In a world full of conventional Hollywood cliches and recurring lackluster sequels, one critic has seen it all, who can provide you with all the movie news, opinions, and reviews that could very well save humanity as we know it. This is Libby's Movie Hunt. And now, your host, Libby Hunt.
Good afternoon and welcome to Libby's Movie Hunt here on Air Live. As you can tell, we're missing our host today, so I have my gorgeous mother sitting in to fill in for the beautiful Libby Hunt, who will be back next week, but she is a little bit under the weather. I need to put myself on the camera as well. Something I totally forgot about the other day. We had it all set up for somebody in the other seat, so let me just turn that around there and see if... Oh, yeah,
Better.
There we go. Now we're all here.
Better.
Hey, Mom, thanks for being here.
You're very welcome, Kevin. I was going to say, Libby's voice has gotten really deep when you open the show.
Yeah, she's really developing that radio tone.
Sounds a lot like you.
Yeah. No, she's very polished.
I'm glad you
She's a
jumped in
seasoned
there.
pro now. Yeah.
You didn't tell me if I was supposed to open or not, so
No, I went ahead and opened. I didn't want to put that kind of pressure on you, so.
much appreciated.
Yeah, no problem at all. So, today we're going to talk about... I don't really know. We have a whole assortment of things. We'll be doing a bit of an abridged show since we started kind of late, and we're missing our... I just can't seem to give myself a good camera angle there. There we go. We'll figure it out later.
You
Thanks.
want Mom to help.
Yeah, now we got a little split screen action. Everybody's on.
Sure.
You know, we had to kind of throw the show together in the last minute today, which is fine with me. I like playing fast and loose sometimes. Mm-hmm. It's a bummer that Libby's gone, but we're gonna we're gonna talk about Hacksaw Ridge. We're gonna talk about my love of movies and where it comes from, since the origin is sitting right here in the studio today. And then also we're gonna play a little game. One of my favorites. This actually started when I was in high school. My buddies would always, they liked that I knew a lot about movies. I would always boast that I was the movie guru or whatever, and they would play this game called Stump the Schwab based off the sports TV show where we'd be drinking and whatever, and they would try to name two actors from a movie and see if I could get it, and 90% of the time I would get it. Sometimes it would take me a little while. I'd have to think on it, but
Sure.
I would always end up getting it, so...
I know that.
I thought we could play that game today since Mom and I have never done it, and I have no doubt that she'd be good at it as well. So, how did I end up this way, Mom?
Well, we did do that. I was going to say we did that game all through your childhood, you know.
We did
quizzed
like,
you incessantly.
The movie lines, we did a lot.
We did festivals where we'd do Hitchcock, and then we'd go on a Westerns binge, and then we'd go on war movies. From the time you were little bitty guys, that was kind of our activity, which is probably shameful to say.
Well, but
that's
other
what
kids
we
are
did
watching
on weekends.
Aladdin, and I'm watching Rebecca, and
Vertigo.
Yeah.
And sure. We brought you up to appreciate the classics. That's for sure.
Why can't I think of the name of it? Dorian Gray.
The picture of Dorian Gray.
Ooh, that's definitely watched that.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Almost all the Hitchcocks.
I think we did all the Hitchcocks and the Westerns. Well, all the war movies.
I didn't get into the real Hitchcock horror heavy ones until later in life when I was a little older.
Like The Birds?
No, The Birds we watched when we were a kid, but Psycho I think I saw later in life.
Yeah, that one we were hesitant to do. We did made a big deal out of the Bond movies too. And
Yeah, the Bond movies were huge.
Sure.
I remember though, it's kind of weird. Everybody always considers Psycho the first slasher movie, even though technically Peeping Tom came out first, which was a killer POV film, but not nearly as popular. Came out the same year though, so they were neck and neck. But yeah, you didn't really show us the horror movies till later. One that I really liked though, I'm not sure if you're a fan of, is Frenzy.
Frenzy.
Yeah.
Is that the one in London? That's set in London with the serial killer?
Yeah, and it's a little more campy than the other ones.
That one. Let me tell you something about that one. Last spring, Dad was having a slow day. You know, he works at home. And I had a headache, which I often do. And I was sitting out looking for something to watch in the afternoon, and that old Frenzy came on. Nobody you've ever really heard of in it. And then I knew it was a Hitchcock I'd never seen. I sat there and watched it. Dad came out of his office 15 minutes into it, sat down next to me just for a second, and he ended up sitting there the whole movie.
That's one I was really pleasantly
so
surprised
campy.
and entertained by, but yeah, I loved it.
It's really good.
It is. It's really good. Yeah, the Bonds were always really huge. One thing that's a little different, there are some things, most of the classics and the actors I grew up to appreciate, like a couple of my favorites are, Gene Hackman, Cary Grant, guys that other people my age aren't huge fans of or even really know of. Gregory Peck, Paul Newman, Michael Caine, Robert Redford, these guys who were, just super cool to me. Oh, Steve McQueen, one of the coolest guys of all time.
He used to compete with Paul Newman as, for the coolest guy.
And I have to go with McQueen. I'm being cool on that.
Absolutely.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Paul Newman was cool. He did Cool Hand Luke, Cat on a Hot Tin Roof, where he always kind of played this cool, mellow,
Hot Summer.
frequently alcoholic type character that was always very cool.
Rebellious.
Definitely.
Yeah, definitely. He was cool. Yul Brynner was considered pretty cool.
Very cool.
Especially after Magnificent Seven. Sure.
And then, and he kind of almost reprised that role in the sci-fi movie Westworld. He sort of that same character.
Yeah, he did.
As a robot.
Which wasn't that great of a movie, but...
But McQueen could do all kinds of different cool, which was good. He could be... like the kind of low life criminal type character, like in The Getaway with what's her name, the dark hair, Ally McGraw, or he could be the cool rich playboy thief in the Thomas Crown Affair,
one of my favorites,
or even a charming POW in The Great Escape. I mean, he was just a guy I think was much more versatile than Paul Newman, in my opinion.
Who was not rooting for him in The Great Escape?
Yeah,
that still kills me.
Yeah, and The Great Escape is a movie with a tragic ending, but at least he's one of the ones who doesn't die. He doesn't get away. They put him back in at the end.
Really? I was thinking he died.
Nope. No, he
I
lives.
thought they shot him.
Nope, they bring him back in, and then he says, cooler, and they say, yep, and they throw him his glove, and he goes back into the cooler, where he throws the ball back and forth on that wall. Yeah. You would have think they'd killed him, but...
That's true, they killed a lot of
God,
them.
who lives? I think it's just Charles Bronson and the other guy.
Yeah,
Are
they
the
got
only two
away.
that get away.
The blind guy. The one that went blind.
Is it Donald Pleasance?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. He got away, too.
Yeah, see, we have a simpatico thing. We know all these
Sure.
old, because, we watch these together multiple times, a lot of them.
Oh, sure. Where Eagles Dare.
Definitely.
That became a regular.
A Clint Eastwood.
Yeah, sure.
Eastwood's
Another
a guy
cool
that I
guy.
love. That I've loved my whole life. I mean, from movies as early as Where Eagles Dare to when Dirty Harry obviously took off as being super cool, but that was when he's a little bit older. I mean, he really cut his teeth as kind of a cool action guy in the Western flicks, in the spaghetti Westerns.
Yes.
Which he continued to do even as he got older. But God, I loved those Dirty Harry movies as a kid. Whenever we got to watch an R-rated movie, it was like a special thing, and that was one that just I thought was like the coolest thing I'd ever seen when we watched it.
To qualify here, you have to understand R-rated movies like Dirty Harry now would be G.
Oh yeah.
So we didn't show you that bad of movies when you were little.
Dirty Harry still is a pretty creepy movie.
It is a creepy movie. The bad guy was just so creepy.
I mean, the violence and
Sure.
It's not it's not for the lightweights.
It was psychological. The guy was so unhinged it made him creepy. It was a little bit like in The Line of Fire with Malkovich. He was just so unhinged and could act so normal. Like a Ted Bundy too.
Well, I honestly think that. Well, I told you this the other day. In The Line of Fire is almost a Dirty Harry in the Secret Service.
It is.
You have your creepy killer who's like stalking the cool cop who's experienced, but people don't want to listen to him because he's a loose cannon.
Right.
But ends up right at the end and almost gets killed, but gets the bad guy.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's so true.
Line of Fire is a really well put together
Very
movie,
much
though.
like it.
I mean, really, it's a good thriller.
It's a very good movie. Yeah, and it's creepy.
And speaking of 90s movies, I believe that came out in 1994. We're going to be doing the movie. I picked this. Maybe I picked this wrong. I was going to have you quiz me on 90s because. I grew up on 90s flicks, and I was going to quiz you on 80s ones, but we can switch it if you want, just to make it more challenging.
We'll see how it
But we will be playing that game. We are coming up on a break, so we're going to try to make the next segment real short. We're already halfway through the show.
Oh, so this is fun. It goes fast.
We'll come back real quick, and we'll talk about Hacksaw Ridge. Also, during the breaks, instead of commercials, we'll be playing some famous movie themes. Either way, we will be right back after this. You're listening to Libby's Movie Hunt on Air Live.
You're tuned into Libby's Movie Hunt.
Welcome back to Libby's Movie Hunt on Air Live. Libby is out ill today, so filling in is my mother. Thank you so much for being here, Mom.
So nice to be here, Kev. I just hope I do justice to Libby's wonderful show.
Well, you got some big shoes to fill, I
sure
will
do.
admit. But
I sure do.
You also do know your movies, so you're a perfect person to have in here.
Well, I hope so. Thank you.
Yeah, no, thank you. Thank you very much. All right, we'll make this segment really quick, maybe 2 or 3 minutes, because I want to get to our little movie quote game. So let's talk about Hacksaw Ridge. I was going to reserve my review until we're with Libby, and I may wait to go into more specifics until I do it with her. But she said she gave me her go-ahead. She said today, let people know she gave Hacksaw Ridge popcorn-worthy and Arrival half popped. And I know a lot of people were really into Arrival. It wasn't one I really wanted to see that much. It reminded me almost of like that psychological, pseudo over-intellectual type alien film like Contact with Jodie Foster back in the day, where you watch it and you're like, God, that was interesting, I guess, but I don't know that I understand what happened because I'm not a mathematician or scientist or something like that.
You and I are
got
more
that
like
vibe from
action.
Arrival. Yeah.
We like Klingons and warships.
Well, I know you don't like it as much as me, but I'm an Independence Day kind of guy. That's,
we like some action.
Bring on the aliens. Yeah.
That's right.
I want to see the aliens. That is true.
That's true. That's a good point.
Okay, so Hacksaw Ridge.
Okay.
Go ahead and you give us the long and short of what you thought.
Most powerful movie I've ever seen. Little heavy-handed on the schmaltz because that's Mel a little bit.
Yeah.
But just one of the best interpretations of a story during World War II I could imagine. I would give it popcorn worthy for sure. And I don't want to give too much away, but it's one of those you feel like every young American should go see this.
Now, I'm not going to get too much into it. I agree with you, though. Mel Gibson does a great job anytime he's in the director's chair, in my opinion.
He really does.
And I think he does a great job anytime he's on screen. He's just one of those guys that I love.
Yeah, he's good.
Without giving too much away, though, in my opinion, I'm going to go ahead and give it away. I think it's an Oscar worthy for sure. He will probably get a nomination. I would venture to guess Andrew Garfield will get a nomination as well. And then you were saying you were impressed by Vince Vaughn's performance.
Well, yeah. I've always thought of Vince Vaughn as kind of a clown sort of guy until Detective.
Well, yeah, remember when he tried to go serious in True Detective, and it was...
And he tried, and he was pretty good, but no.
He wasn't great.
This might be his performance, his role of a lifetime, I always call him. He does very well in this. I mean, he's terrific.
Sometimes he just hits a role where he's really, really good. One thing, I don't know why, at first I was shocked by the level of graphic violence, and it's one of those times where I have to stop and I'm saying, wait, why am I shocked? Apocalypto and The Passion of the Christ were both incredibly graphic films. This takes it to another level.
Yeah.
It's the same way when I was watching Saving Private Ryan, that opening scene, and I'm like, oh my God, this is so extreme for a Steven Spielberg film. And then I'm like, wait, Spielberg's also the guy who did Schindler's List.
Yeah.
Like, you have to remember that these are people who make really graphic, powerful films.
That's right.
But it's one of the more gruesome depictions of World War II warfare that I think I've probably ever seen, even including in the HBO stuff they've done.
It makes Saving Private Ryan look a little bit like a Disney flick.
A little tame.
It's a little, yeah. It really makes you feel like you're on the battlefield, and it is horrific. But I don't know that that's such a bad thing.
Yeah.
Maybe we, our generation, and those after us, should know what those men do and did for this country.
I agree. You need to know that these men had this bravery, this grit, and that this stuff actually happened.
And see unthinkable, unspeakable things.
We live in America where on screen in a depiction of a fictional thing, it's hard for us to watch, and we need to know that that actually happened while we're sitting comfortably in a movie theater.
That's right.
But on some level, I'm sure you enjoyed it more than I do, just because you're a huge war movie fan. I am not. So you're going popcorn, not Oscar.
I didn't realize there was an Oscar. I guess I forgot about that. I'm going Oscar.
Yeah,
I'm going one above popcorn worthy. That's Oscar, huh?
I think there will definitely be some Oscar buzz on this.
Sure.
All right. Well, we're going to take our one last break, so I want to have a little bit of time to play our movie quotes line or actor game when we get as soon as we get back. You're listening to Libby's Movie Hunt on Air Live.
Spoiler alert, more of Libby's Movie Hunt coming soon. tuned into Libby's Movie Hunt.
Welcome back to Libby's Movie Hunt on Air Live. Obviously, I am not Libby Hunt. I'm Kevin Ebeling, filling in with my mom, Carol Ebeling, who I'm super grateful was able to come and fill in today and help out, because I know she shares a similar love of movies that Libby and I do, and you know your stuff. You have that encyclopedic movie memory like I do, where you just remember every actor and every year and all that kind of stuff.
You're third generation, Kev.
Well,
as my mother did.
Yeah. But it's thanks to you that I'm this way, and I'm happy that I'm this way.
So am I.
It made my college very fun, because I had to do film classes, and getting to go to screenings and stuff was always great. Mm-hmm. One of the best days ever of class was when I only had one class that day. I just had to go to school, screen Bonnie and Clyde in the on-campus movie theater, and then I went home. And I'm like, man, that was a good day of school.
That's a nice day at school.
That's a good day of class. I'll take that anytime, yeah. All right, so let's go ahead and get to our movie game. Who do you want to go first?
I'll go first. I'll give you...
All right, give me two actors. And these are from 90s flicks.
Yes, they are. I prepared.
And then I'm going to give you actors from 80s, and we'll see how it goes.
Okay, I might give you actors that aren't the main ones if they're too easy.
No. That's good. I like that. That was always my gift.
Okay, I'm going to give you Noah Emmerich and Laura Linney.
That would be The Truman Show. A little tricky on that. You know.
I thought I might get you on that one.
Hold on. Let me think of one here. I'm looking through this list, and I'm going to get a little tricky as well. But you also said you kind of wanted me to give you some layups on some level.
I don't want to look too dumb.
All right. Let me think. How about Alan Ruck and Jeffrey Jones? See, that's a little tricky there.
Oh, that would be Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
That is correct. So right now we're neck and neck.
I'm not cheating. This is my list for you.
No,
don't look.
Oh, I'm not. I can't read your writing from here anyway. No worries. All right. Well, good job. Usually I have little applause and sound effects and stuff, but I forgot to do that. So yeah, we can do that ourselves.
Okay, whose turn?
All right, it's you. 1-1.
I'm going to do John Cusack and Cameron Diaz.
Ooh. Mm-hmm. John Cusack.
I'm not going to give you the...
I'm trying to think of every 90s flick he was in. There's Grosse Pointe Blank, High Fidelity.
Okay, the problem is...
Yeah. Don't give me any hints.
The other person in it is the title of the movie.
Oh, man. This is one that's just going to kill me if I don't get it. What is it? I throw in.
Do I tell you?
Yeah.
Being
John Malkovich. Yeah, never would have got it.
That was a little bit low-handed on
that's
my
true.
part.
But no. That's okay. That's okay. It's supposed to be challenging. So now I need to hit you with something that's a little, It's a little more tricky.
I shouldn't have done that.
How about Leah Thompson and Elizabeth Shue?
Oh, it's not the Adventures in Babysitting, is it?
No, that is also 80s though.
It's not Leaving Las Vegas.
No.
Oh, you little son of a gun.
I had to. I had to even the score. And this is one you'll never think of.
Go ahead.
Back to the Future Part 2.
Oh man. That's cruel. You should respect your mother.
If I'd used Christopher Lloyd or Michael J. Fox, you would have got it.
I'm writing this down.
The same way as if you used John Malkovich, I would have got it.
Christmas is coming.
Yeah, that's a good point. All right, so we have a couple of minutes left. We have time for a couple more. The score is still 1-1.
Oh, good. Okay, I'm going to give you
all right.
First, Kirsten Dunst.
Oof.
And Bonnie Hunt.
Oh man.
Can I give you one more?
You can.
Robin Williams.
Oh, God, this is Kirsten Dunst as a kid. You shouldn't have given me Robin Williams. Jumanji.
I'm your mother.
I probably wouldn't have got it. I probably wouldn't have got it without that, but thank you. I am glad you threw that in. All right, so let me try to find another one. Let's go Eddie Murphy and Paul Reiser. Damn, I should have picked him. I should have done like a different guy.
No, I think you might have me. Eddie Murphy and Paul.
You want me to give you one more?
It's not Beverly Hills Cop.
I need to give you one more.
48 Hours.
Judge Reinhold.
It's Beverly Hills
Beverly
Cop
Hills Cop.
2.
Paul Reiser's in both. So and Judge Reinhold are in both. So technically correct
I
on
thought
both.
you got me on a second one again.
I
the
owed you
sequel.
one there since you threw me the Robin Williams. Okay, so the score is still 1-1. What else you got?
Okay, I have Graham Greene and Mary McDonnell. This is one. What's this one you never liked that much?
That's why I can already.
I know.
Wait, and what is it again?
Graham Greene, Mary McDonnell, and
See, it's
Kevin Costner.
90s movies.
1991.
It's not No Way Out.
That's a good guess. I love No Way Out, by the way.
It's got Sean Young in that, one of her movies.
Graham Greene is famous for
God, and I like a
playing
lot of
Native
Costner.
Americans.
Is it Silverado?
Dances with Wolves.
Oh, you're right. And it's not that I dislike Dances with Wolves as a film. I don't like it because it lost. Goodfellas lost that year. It's my favorite movie of all time. All right,
That's
so you
why
win.
I picked it, because you've been bitter about that Goodfellas thing ever since.
I have, and we have run out of time. So we're. Oh, I actually played the. I mean to play the outro. There we go. We actually went a little bit over on time, so we're gonna have to go ahead and sign off for Libby's Movie Hunt. But Mom, thanks for playing. It was fun, even though I lost, and I hope we can do it again sometime soon.
Thank you, and I hope Libby's okay with the job I did, because she does a wonderful job.
She really does.
She's the pro.
And you were great as well. Thank you so much for joining us. But we're looking
Thank
forward
you.
to having Libby back next week. It's
You bet.
always a pleasure working with both you ladies. So this is Kevin Ebling
Thanks,
signing off
babe.
for Libby's Movie Hunt.